Go ahead, guys.
If you have a house, then you really don't. If you have a house, then you really don't have to find a large parking place. If you would, like you have an RV. But because your house is almost like glued to an area until you demolish it or move away.
If you pay for a house, then once you pay the house off, then your house is yours and you don't have to pay for it anymore. It's just yours.
The space in an RV, like, it can be very tight. It depends what kind of RV it is, but mostly, if you have like space, because like it depends on your RV. It could be the longest an RV can go is 50 feet. And I found out that the longest, if it's 50 feet and it's really nice, it could be over $350,000.
And houses, if you have a house, then you really don't have to worry about gas. Because the house doesn't really need gas, but an RV does. And gas and smoke can also cause pollution.
And last night I was researching, and I found prices of rent RVs, and house mortgages could be $1,500, and an RV payment could, and an RV is $2,795, and it costs over $35,000 a year.
And most RV owners don't really, when they have an RV, they use the RV to travel. But if you, they don't really have like a car as a backup. And they really, like, in a house, like you have your house and a car to travel to short distances. But if you have an RV, like let's say you have a child to drop off to school or you're going to the grocery store, well, you wouldn't really bring your whole RV with you. You'd have to have a car, and most people that own an RV don't really have it in the car because they just use the RV to travel.
And you have in a house, you have a lot of room to play and have a pet and everything. And in a RV, like there's no really room. It's just like pinched together.
Also, if in an RV, if you're trying to go to the bathroom or take a shower, in RVs they have bathrooms, but they can be really tight. And also, if you are going to like the grocery store or if you work, if both your parents work, then how are you going to get around place to place? Because aren't you going to have to drop one person off and go to the other? And how are you going to park it? That's going to take up at least 3 parking spaces.
If it takes up 3 parking spaces, you're going to have to keep trying to park it in one spot. It's going to take a really long time because it's kind of like a bus, but it's neater and you have to keep parking in one spot.
More people choose houses than RVs because most people think houses are reliable. Also, so if houses are reliable and RVs go place to place, if you're sleeping at night, where are you going to sleep? Because you have to find a camping ground to find a place to have your vehicle, and you have to park it on the ground. If you like are taking a road trip, that would be great for an RV, but a house is more like well thought out for if you're staying in one place.
Okay, thank you guys. Dennis, Avery, get yourself settled. If you don't need that screen behind you, you can just hit the X button. Ready? Okay, your 5 minutes starts now.
Well, in my opinion, an RV is a cool place to live. And an RV is mobile. You can go from a Grand Canyon to a random forest in the comfort of your own home. You can be doing everyday household things while you are traveling. You can also have protection from wind and rain everywhere you go, just like a normal house. And if you do not like the place where you are living, with an RV, you can always move. And if a storm comes with a house, you have to stay there in that spot and protect the house. With an RV, you can leave.
Everything essential to survival is close to you, such as refrigerators, beds, stoves, and microwaves. An RV is better because if you were to go on vacation, in an RV you have beds to sleep in. RVs can also hold multiple people, so more people at a time can travel with a roof over their heads. RVs also take up less space, and families can spend more time together. Also, if you do not like your RV, it would be easy to sell because you can sell it and then get the money to buy a new one.
And also, with space, most of it doesn't matter because even with the space, you could buy something, a small pet, like maybe a goldfish. Yes. Or if you want to get a cat or a dog, you could always buy a certain area of land where you'll have enough space in case you need more space.
And the houses actually could be more money because, I mean, you don't need gas for the house, but what would be your transportation to get from one place to another? I mean, you're going to have to buy a car, which is about $30,000. So you're still going to have to pay that extra money to get that car.
You got 3 minutes. That's it? Okay. Thank you. All right, Avery, you're going to ask the first question. This is how we'll do it. That I'll change it a little bit. We'll still do the same thing where one question back and forth. You pick once everybody's been asked one question and has had a chance to ask a question. So someone's probably going to have to get chosen twice over here first. Then the last couple minutes is just firing back and forth, and you guys can just chime in when you need to chime in. Okay? All right. Avery, go ahead.
Since critters can get into your house, what about mice? I mean, how would you get the mice out of your house because it's such a big place?
You could call an exterminator, or you could handle it from your own. Or if you have a house, you also have neighbors, so they could help you. And like you have neighbors around you, and it's more. And you have like if you have like relatives maybe living around you. But in like an RV, you have you don't really have so much neighbors, and you don't really know a lot of people in the area, and you could have to like handle it on your own or call an exterminator if there was something in your house.
Or you could also buy.
Ask your question.
How would you travel small distances if you only have an RV?
Who are you asking this to? Dennis?
Well, an RV is almost like a car, but just with a mobile home on the back, or maybe the car is built into the RV. And if you have to travel a short distance, all you have to do is drive like you would drive a car with an RV. And I have a question for Josh. Why would you want a house if there's a storm coming? You have to protect the house and everything. But with an RV, you would just leave.
Because you can always go into a little place in your house, like a bathroom or a closet, and if the top of your house is destroyed or something like that, You can always call or builder or someone to come fix it, and you just have to wait for it to get fixed.
Josh?
Avery, what if there was a tornado or a hurricane coming your way and you had already?
Well, we would just,
How would you know how big the storm is, how wide it would be?
well, you could have like computers and stuff to check like the weather to see like where it's coming and how much miles per hour it's moving towards.
But in the imaginary story, it always said that you don't know that it's not always the exact. It can be different than other people say.
But if you see it coming towards you, I mean, it's just common sense to just leave that area and just try to get away from it as fast as you can.
Avery, your question.
Why do you really want a house instead of an RV? I mean, you can't transit with a house. Actually, yes, you can, because for a house you have to buy cars, and if you buy 2 cars, then, like I said up there, an RV, how would you get to your job? You would have to drop one person off, and the other would have to go to another place, and you would have to park. If you were going to your job, you would have to park in like 3 spaces, and for like a car, you could probably park wherever you want, like in one parking space, and you don't have to pick anyone up because both of you have a car. And with a house, I would pick a house because we know that we're safe, we're warm, we won't move. What happens if you're at night sleeping? And then, here's my question for you, Dennis. How would you feel if you were sleeping at night and you forgot to put your parking brake on?
Well, if you forgot to put your parking brake on, I mean, that depends on what kind of surface you're on. Whether you're on a hill or you're just on flat grounds. Whether if you're on a hill, you might start rolling down. Where if you're in a if you're on a flat land, you won't move because nobody's pushing on the gas pedal. So I have a question for.
And you guys can just fire away now as you want.
I have a question. If you have a house, and I mean, like you said with the 2 cars thing, if you buy 2 cars, that's going to add more money. And what if one person in the family is only old enough to drive? You still have to drive the other 2 people to their things. It'd be the same thing with an RV. What if only one person?
Except they might not have a job. So if you have trust in your kid to stay home alone, then like after school, they go to school so they could get dropped off at school. And with an RV, how would you know when to pick them up? Or how would you know if you were late and you couldn't come get them because they weren't there for you? And in an RV, why would you pick up your own kid in an RV in like a car rider line?
Well, if you're at school, I mean, what if that kid's only like 4-year-old and he or she is just starting school, and you have to go to work anyway? Who's gonna drive them?
What if it's out of the way though? Like if you have to go out of the way to get to your job, you could become late and get fired.
Well, what do you mean? Oh, you mean you have to go drop them off to school, and then you have to go to work.
You might be late. I mean, you might be late.
Well, I mean, you still do have clocks in an RV the same you do in a car. Same thing could happen to a normal person with a house. They had to go drop off their kid and then go to work.
But the RV and if you have to pay just like if you go with the car with the RV, and the gas actually the smoke and the gas actually protect the environment.